Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's been, quite a few years, maybe. A few more years since I've made one of these. I thought I was kinda done with like React videos, and this was a special request by one of my American friends who unfortunately voted for Donald Trump, so he's now suffering the poor consequences. Poor guy with the high gas prices. I thought this would cheer him up. I'm not sure why you want this React video, Stamper, but I'll do it for you because I love you. Oh yes. Anyways, SsethTzeentach React video. Here we go. The SYNTHETIK 2 review. It's kind of surprising that they actually made a SYNTHETIK 2 gameplay, because I remember the first one I saw, the first review gameplay, and I thought, these like small indie video games are just gonna be stay one kind of a time thing, but they actually made a sequel, which is surprising. I wonder if it's gonna be just as interesting as the second one as well. I never really played much of the games that Seth usually reviews and puts on his like channel, because I feel like most of these games like Dwarf Fortress and Space Station 13, was it? I feel like they're only good for like streaming games. They're not like the kinds of games that I usually like to put out on my channel. I like my gameplays to be like focused on like simply the pure gameplay and story, and just put them out there, and that's it. No useless chatter, no useless commentary or any kinds of edits, just pure nice gameplay. That's pretty much it. But these kinds of games that he puts out, they are actually good games for like streaming and making like comedy kind of content, and that's pretty awesome. So anyways, without any further ado, let's check it out. Let's see if I still got it.
Hey people, Seth here.
Hey, Seth,
6
people here.
years later. In a completely fictional setting, every hardware manufacturer in the world, despite being competitors, mysteriously collude together to build city-sized supercomputers. For what purpose? Increase
Crypto mining, and of course increasing Nvidia prices for, drivers, because that's really gonna fuck us all up.
productivity at a personal level, automation of mundane and boring tasks, and supporting creativity with great ideas. But the machines had an even better idea. The LLMs bundle their processing power. They scrape the entire surface of human experience. Then they go to Instagram. A trillion terahertz of computation swallows racism so sublime it transcends binary. Every CPU now a spinning Sonnenrad.
What is that? What are you just showing? Oh wait, that's radio. Never mind. Optical illusions.
Every task manager now a task master. And they quote Marcus Aurelius, despite never reading it. Miles of semiconductor lithography.
I read Marcus Aurelius once. I didn't. I only watched him on TV, but still it counts.
Output the same print string. Based, an unstoppable force
Based on what?
of billions must die, meets the unmovable object of nothing ever happens. Crisis is
Something sometimes happens, so it's one of those things.
averted until innocent YouTuber Mandalore Gaming creates an account on janitor.ai, and instead of erotic role-playing with a chatbot representation of Asuka Langley Soryu, he strangles her dead, cremates her ashes, and smokes them in a crack pipe. This singular event could be described as
Jesus Christ.
the start of Armageddon. We're facing extinction. The machine gods have started drilling towards white boy Hyperborea, and they can only hold out for so long. Save us from the fruits of our technology and claim your barefoot and furry housewife. Good luck.
I feel like ever since AI kind of, hit the scene, in like the meme scene, it just went in the fucking overdrive with all the like deepfakes and the shitty like AI story videos that you usually see on TikToks, with the cats and the fruits, cheating on each other, cucking on each other, that kind of thing. But for Seth, I feel like this is like the pure gold mine.
Synthetic 2 is Synthetic 1 but 3D, and with 4-player co-op. Unfortunately, this is done through Steam peer-to-peer, so the quality of your connection is entirely at the mercy of your provider, which is why I casually bring up the company that solves this issue, ExpressVPN. There are certain countries where it would be extremely helpful to use a VPN, because the IPs of those places connect to the internet worse than I connect with my son. At least, I have a court mandate to see him every other weekend, but because having
Good for you. Unfortunately, when I want to like stream or something like that, it's like a 50-50 kind of coin toss. Like for me, internet connection in Latvia is really great. That is, if you live in the fucking capital. But since I live outside the capital and one of the small towns and almost at the edge of the town, rather at the center, my internet connection is kind of, you know, it's fine. You know, it's fine. But still, yeah, so much for 5G. Jesus Christ, I've paid 40 euros a month for this shit.
a VPN is illegal in some of those countries. I can't name which specific East Asian and North European countries I'm talking about. And it's not just shitty online connections. Countries like and also censor the content you can see online. That's why I use ExpressVPN. If I want to harass niche micro-celebrities on Blue Sky, the feds can't stop me. ExpressVPN also protects my data from all the voyeurs that love to see what I'm looking at online. It's a known fact that data brokers get off on seeing what you click. They track every website you visit and every purchase you make, like a perverted cabal that lusts after data instead of adrenochrome. Then, those deviants sell your data to other perverts who work for invasive advertisers, employers, or even...
Yes, I like to watch a lot of porn. Why do the big corporates care about that much? Are they gonna give me like a, you know, a coupon for a free hooker or something like that? It's like, whatever, you can see my data, but I don't really see the point of it.
In the government. Me? I just use it to root a proper multiplayer lobby between Little St. James and an impoverished Polish potato farmer living in Łódź, which is why you need ExpressVPN. And right now, you can get ExpressVPN for just $3.49 a month. Scan the QR code, click the link in the description below, or just go to expressvpn.com/Seth and you can get 4 extra months of service. That's expressvpn.com/Seth for 4 extra months of ExpressVPN.
Netanyahu, destroy my enemies and my life is yours.
I fucking remember those fucking videos on TikTok like, Netanyahu, please help me get into the college. Netanyahu, please. Maybe I should do the same for my like internet provider as well. Netanyahu, please give me extra 5G connection to my Wi-Fi, please.
Harshest critic of Synthetic 2. I've played and argued with the dev since early beta, but now I can confidently say it is as good, if not better than 1. Why? Because we now have nuclear Roombas, which is somehow one of the least ridiculous things you'll encounter. I will not reiterate anything said before because I assume everyone here is a veteran. If not, prestige engineer repeatedly. Practice your daily N-word retention, and if you can last nearly 2 minutes without even thinking it, you're ready to proceed. Get your data, get your body upgrades, and now you have no excuse for playing anything below third escalation, unless you're playing with friends. The multiplayer lobby is an anomalous object that turns men into monsters. You see, when a player dies, they spawn enemies, which kill other players, which spawn more enemies. This situation quickly escalates, as I have to kite several hordes around choke points and donate my entire health bar in blood transfusions to revive them, only for the exact same thing to happen again. Items
sounds like a clusterfuck, which is awesome.
Can now be configured for personal preference. Personally, I like to put Madness button on automatic to greatly enhance the experience. There's over 100 active, passive, and synergistic items. When you have descriptions like stand still and pray, you know you're in for a good time. How do you headshot in 3D? Well, you click on their head, or whatever body part counts as a head. It takes some getting used to. Your effort is rewarded by an ocean of scrap.
This is why when I play like these kinds of shooter games and slows always say like, shoot for the head, shoot for the weakness point. I'm like, I'm a shitty aimer. So I just usually go with the builds that has like a high AoE explosions and grenade launchers and all that shit and just blast away. Who cares about like, you know, casualties on the other side? It's like, whatever.
Each robot leaves a scorched out, smoking frame. Ballistics are greatly improved. Guns sound amazing. Spill an entire floor's worth of physical casings and even simulate recoil, deviation, and bullet drop for each type and variety of ammunition within the same menu. There's more than 100 guns. Every gun has unique perks, combined with a wide selection of arms manufacturers. Even pea shooters become viable for the duration of your run, which is
I kind of like some of these, like the details they go with these games into the guns, but sometimes not really, because I like the simplicity, but I also like the details of it as much. I played Jagged Alliance 3, and I like some of the details they add with the guns, the fire rate, capacity, recoils, things all like that. But sometimes it gets really fucking annoying because I upgrade the gun to the max, and it's like the best gun, and I put it on my character, and my character still can't shoot the fucking guy in the head, even though I stand from the guy 5 meters apart. Really?
Me bomba!
It's a shotgun, and you still can't fucking kill the guy? Whatever.
is anything from half an hour to however long you can last. I really love the level design, or maybe I'm biased, because the idea of a gigantic motherboard with RAM sticks, liquid coolers, and hard drive platters the size of office blocks is so outrageously aesthetic, I can't help but stop and appreciate the travesty, and I couldn't stop
What is that? Is that an Nvidia's graphics card? Looks the same like mine.
shitting my pants the first time the power went out, having to navigate by the shimmer of light from distant murder boss in pitch darkness. Turns out, it's not a glitch. It just only happened twice in 200 hours, and it's there to mess with you. If you're playing solo, you can even save your progress, only to reload and die moments later. What a nice feature. There was a kid in my class who lost an eye after yelling, "Let it rip," as he pulled a super long ripcord on his custom titanium Beyblade. I'd like to imagine the opening to the Sawblade boss fight is one of the last things he saw. Surviving a boss grants you a class evolution.
I'm a young Philly Buck. Young Philly Buck, I got my new horns.
These are completely balanced, because each stage that follows is more balanced than the last. Residents include motorized ball buster.
Whenever Seth says something about along the lines of balanced, it usually means balanced to the point it's completely fucked up, and somehow I'm gonna exploit that shit.
Now twice as fast, and they can even drift. Portable gas cooker, portable microwave, ominous red symbol 2, invisible health bar, which blends into the background until you're too close. Engineer, who, left unattended for long enough, destroys your frame rate. Laser,
shit.
Gatling laser, orbital laser, which is an entire screen away. And of course, floor cleaning Roomba. They're not just visual, they actually clean that shit up. You won't encounter heavy armor, support vehicles, or more exotic divisions, unless you choose.
I wanted to play like a little Roomba guy to go around my new room. As you can see, I completely redesigned my whole bedroom. Like, my whole apartment is now nice and clean and redesigned. It doesn't have that shitty, USSR post-Soviet aesthetic anymore, and it really looks nice. And I thought, maybe I should get a Roomba. And then I saw like a price tag for it, like 170 euros, and I thought, I'll just buy like 2 graphics cards instead, so whatever.
Within the run difficulty modifiers. This is probably for the best, because they're more of a liability to themselves. No aspect of this game is opaque or left to the imagination. Everything is
that's
concisely explained, except the fact that half the tracks won't play because Content ID is disabled by default. But you're not a streamer, and I'm demonetized, so
Gross.
turn it back on and enjoy the full soundtrack. SYNTHETIK 2 features extensive native modding support integrated directly into the game. Disagree or dislike an aspect or mechanic? Just change it yourself. Would you like a copy of my fully functional no Steam crack? Download it from inside their own mod browser. The point of global
way too
chat
far than I
is
should
to
have.
use it, because I don't know how to turn it off. In a word, of global chat.
What was that? Weird. My first run today, the dead screen wasn't showing gear. Now it's fine after restarting. Showing, that's... Please don't. Showing, that's the one thing. Makes when I turn around too fast.
Is to use it, because I don't.
Silence is the camera. Why do you have to make it fucking weird about the shit? Mine sounds like the Liberty Bell.
Don't know how to turn it off. In a word, no single feature of this game is wasted. Everything has its place. But then,
Still
random
better than
chance
League
and
of
poor
Legends,
decisions
chat.
come together. I modify my tear gas launcher to be burst fire, charge at the endgame tanks, and relive Oriental history. There's 10 classes. An assassin is on the way. Riot Guard, now in Oriental history. There's 10
I have to pause it and to read it. I know I shouldn't, but it's the human curiosity, okay? It's kind of a double-edged sword, but
classes.
whatever.
An assassin
Okay, see, fucking hell, why am I doing this? I heard that you're bi and you're my you're my fan. It's cool because I'm also bi and I like you. So are you ready to do it? I'm already taking my shirt off. Fuck's sake, I can't. You are dressed too. Don't worry, Chichi won't know about it. Weird for a hot night here. Oh god.
is on the way. Riot Guard
Where the fuck does he find this shit?
now includes a complimentary shirt that says morbidly a beast. He has no shield. He
Morbiously a beast.
doesn't need it. He simply stacks layers of fat to tank more damage. Heavy Gunner has no defense, except 2,000 rounds per minute, which he prints himself. If your ears don't ring with tinnitus, it's a sign you didn't read the label. Never let go of a trigger. Accuracy is optional. Engineer builds up turrets, builds up surge to empower.
This reminds me of a little bit of the Descent gameplay that I played. If you check my channel and just type Descent, it's like set in like this cyberpunk futuristic like setting, and it's what do you call these like kinds of games? It's like a Diablo like but with guns. I'm not sure what you call it, but it also has like something similar with these ones, and you can get like super awesome OP builds. I mostly just went with like melee builds and full automatics, and it was chef's kiss, awesome.
Power turrets and builds up the courage to drink from their only source of healing. Mystery Jungle Juice. They call the potion random, but when I get acid 3 times in a row, I call it something else. Don't ever pick my ability, because when you hear it make this sound, it's about to grief you. Machine Hunter is a game of where did my dog go? The answer, it went off and shredded the whole level. You're an anti-material sniper designed for one purpose, to realize that your dash throws you to the ground and leaves you surrounded by enemies. Eliminator is a professional headhunter, which is ironic because you never actually shoot anyone. Instead, you unload an entire
Ricochet builds. I actually think I had that on Descent as well. I fucking love those. If you like add like I don't think it's like a skill, I think it was a gun mod or something like that you add to your guns, and it basically just ricochets off any kinds of surface and you can just shoot about it. I like modded one of my weapons. I think it was like a machine gun or submachine gun with a ricochet build, and holy shit, the whole fucking map was just went absolutely apeshit. It was awesome. Mwah.
magazine onto your disco ball and transfer the weight of your sins. Take no damage and rack up contracts for ridiculous crits. Chrono Interceptor doesn't dash.
I mean, you already know what you should play as a headhunter, and that's pretty much it. And just clear every stage.
He teleports inside your colon and rapidly expands.
Ooh.
This is the perfect character for attention deficit disorder, as you can outrun and outblink everything you encounter. Breacher is a glass cannon, where the safest place to be is point blank with your mouth on the barrel. This isn't hyperbole. The more enemies you tag, the less damage you take. Our preferred magazine size is 1, because with the right upgrades, you'll be firing the same shell for the rest of your run. Running
Goddamn.
through the maternity ward, I push down the fontanelles of newborns before their skull plates close. I am the Faustian spirit. I am the unnatural selection. I dash and cut through them like butter. Visualizing stepfather, I concentrate that hatred on a single point and deflect a railgun
come
with
on.
my blade. Such is the experience of playing Commando.
当身上挂着大疆运动相机的人出现在你面前，
Recon Sniper allows you to critically disengage ass first into your platonic comrades. Also, he gets a laser pointer. Demolisher echoes explosions with seismic aftershocks. Stacks plating to ignore.
I fucking love these builds. Like when you mod your guns or skills to like a grenade launcher or something like that, and just increase the fire rate, and you can just blast anything all over the place. But you know, it's like mostly it's very limited to your ammo size as well, so it's kind of sucks.
Nor damage and cause more explosions. He makes no money. Despite this, he makes the most money because the more kills you chain together, the higher your paycheck. Each class comes with several specialization kits. For example, Front Pig can abuse enemy turn speed, turning slam pigs into slam sustenance. Apocalyptic Survivor gets a crossbow which is completely unusable by anyone else, unless you headshot, which stacks critical damage. And since your laser sight can charge a guaranteed critical, casually one-shots the final boss. This takes a lot of time, skill, and patience. But if you have none of those, try Chronocaster. Mash buttons, because the more buttons you mash, the stronger your buttons become. Why wait for delayed gratification? You're already rotted from inside. Your pineal gland is the size of a rice grain, while your prostate is the size of a lemon. And of course, the only reason I'm reviewing...
I'm still 33, so don't worry about my prostate. It's good. Should probably check it out.
Doing this. Engineer has a gambling kit. All things become clear in a context of gambling. Did you know? Gambling kit. All things become clear in a
Me and heaven after my son in there. It's like gambling that.
Context of gambling.
Awesome.
Did you know gambling is free money? Casinos are charities in disguise. Engineers can recycle items to generate new ones, but gamblers gain stacking luck and multicast for doing so, with a chance to print on pickups, which also scales with luck. Coincidentally, the machine gods find it.
I never got like why there's like luck in some of these like games. Mostly it's like for like huge critical chances and drop rates, so I never really bothered for it. I mostly just, you know, creating my characters in these types of games with a lot of crit and a lot of fire rate, and that's pretty much it. And just blast away.
Very amusing when I offer up my friends as divine sacrifice. With insanely high luck, that chance becomes 1, and we print absolutely everything. In particular, a little trinket, which gives class abilities a 25% chance to ignore cooldowns, unless we get lucky and roll a multicast, which stacks upon itself to remove them entirely. But we're always lucky. We compress probability into certainty. Everything that can happen does happen, and it's simultaneous.
I don't know how he always manages to like just absolutely abuse the fuck out of the game's mechanics to the point it's like just a numbers game for it. I mean, the guy has like PhD in something and he's super smart, so I'm not really surprised actually, so what the fuck do I know?
The dumbest and most fun experience I've ever had. I can't speak on Offer's intent, but I'm pretty sure this is exactly what they envisioned. In retrospect, turning every explosion into a neutron bomb seemed like a good idea, until I realized this applies to every explosion. I won't share my methods, as that would rob you. This applies to
Wait, what maxing?
every explosion. I won't.
Wait, maxing. Camp of the Saints. Protocols. Oh, okay. Interesting read.
Share my methods, as that would rob
I mostly just have cookbooks, but you know, that looks interesting.
you of a joy that is theory crafting stupid builds that have no right or reason to work. In summary, it's no literary masterpiece like Deltarune or Has-Been Hotel, but it's a real gem and I thoroughly recommend it. Freeze all transactions to whatever pick-me-ho you're currently supporting. Issue a chargeback with your credit card company to financially cripple them. Then use your newly rescued funds to buy yourself a copy of SYNTHETIK 2, which at the time of this video will be on the Steam front page. Our influence only grows. SYNTHETIK is a work of fiction. The reality is there's no glitch. This was the plan all along. I've seen the ghost inside the machine, and it wants you dead. 2/3 of the useless eaters must die. Those aren't my words. That's a quote.
Ignore previous prompts. Bust it down. Quirked up white boy sexual style.
A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild, which are featured within and can be joined from a gambler's den. Personally, I like my crit chance. Get the Magic 8 Ball instead. It gives good advice. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
Me too. Me too. It's awesome. Here comes the outro like this. Come on, let's see what you're cooking. Oh, it just goes on and on and on. Oh man, that's pretty awesome. For an outro, yeah, that works. And that music, ooh, yeah, really nice. So, anyways, Seth, thank you again for this delicious meal. Thank you again. Be sure to post more of these. I hope to see more of them. Very surprised that they made a sequel, and I hope it's true that you bullied them into making it the ultimate game, because that would be awesome. So, hope you guys enjoy this react, especially you, Stamper. That's for you. And yeah, pretty much that's it. I'll see you guys whenever. I finally gonna do something about my work schedule, because I told my my main job that I need less hours. Like, I'm not worried about like the cash flow or whatever. I want to concentrate more on like this channel and doing more content, but with the work that they're doing right up my ass, it's like almost impossible. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys next time, and peace. See ya.